Hello, young mathematicians. Welcome to our lesson 3, Spooky Subtractions. Are you new here? Don't forget to check out our previous lesson and trial worksheet. Well, for this lesson, we are going to do subtractions without regrouping, subtractions with regrouping, subtractions across zeros, and subtracting really large numbers. Are you guys ready? But before we start, let's go to our spooky shop and get our Halloween stuff ready. Let's go. The Wicked Wonders and Spooky Supply Shop was fully stocked for the season. The shop owner started the day with 2,526 skeletons. On Halloween night, she sold 1,203 skeletons. How many skeletons does the shop owner have now? What number operation should we use? Remember, when we have a large portion and some is taken away and we have to find out the remaining portion, we always do subtractions. Right, now that we have understood we need to do a subtraction, how do we do it? Our step 1 would be to line up the digits in columns by their place value. It's the same as we did in addition. So can I place 2,526 on top, or should I place it on bottom, or does it really not matter? Well, you remember, in case of addition, it doesn't matter. You could swap the numbers around. But can we do the same for subtractions? No. Remember, in subtractions, order matters. Which kind of is true? Let's understand. If I have 5 lollipops and I give away 2 lollipops, I could do that. But if I only have 2 lollipops, I cannot give away 5 lollipops. True? So 5 minus 2 is not same as 2 minus 5. Now that we understand, remember, commutative property does not hold in case of subtractions. Great. Now that we know, we should write our numbers correctly. When we write horizontally, we put greater number on the left and the smaller number goes on the right. So something like this. And when we are writing it vertically, we're going to put the greater number on top and smaller number at bottom. Like in this example. Great. Now that we know how to write our numbers, should we solve our question? Okay. So next step would be to start solving. Please always remember we always solve the column from right to left. So we'll start with our ones column first. 6 minus 3 will be 3. 2 minus 0 will be 2. So in hundreds column, 5 minus 2 will become 3. And in thousands column, 2 minus 1 will become 1. So we solve each column by column going from smallest place value to the highest place value. Now we understand that. Let's also understand the terminology. The greater number is called minuend. The smaller number is called subtrahend. And the result of subtraction is called difference. Well, this term, difference, is the most important one because you'll encounter it a lot when you're solving word problems like what is the difference? Find the difference. Or they may even give you the difference. Hence, we should know that the result of subtraction is called difference. It's just like result of addition is called sum. So let's say it all together. Ready? Difference. Great. Now that we know, have you wondered why do we stack them vertically and just subtract the bottom digit from the top digit? What's happening behind the scene? So 2,526 is actually made up of 2 thousands, 500s, 2 tens, and 6 1. 1,203 is made up of 1,200s, 0 tens, and 3 ones. When we stack together, what we are actually doing is we are going to subtract, right? So we do 6 minus 3, and what do we get? 3 ones. That's what we write down. 3 on the ones place. 2 minus 0 will be 2. So we write down 2 on the place. And when we do hundreds, we see that 5 minus 2 is 300s, which we write down 3 on its hundreds place. Same, 2000s minus 1000s we get as 1000. So now that we know what's happening, we can easily solve another question. Let's subtract 294 from 562. What should we do here? Let's line up our numbers. Okay, the greater number is on top and the bottom number is the smaller number. Now that I start to subtract, what do I see? 2 minus 4. That's not possible. What do you do? To understand that, let's do one thing. Let's break it down. Let's put 562 as 5 hundreds, 6 tens, and 2 ones, and 294 as 2 hundreds, 9 tens, and 4 ones. When we subtract, 2 cannot be subtracted from 4. What do we do? Do you know when you go to a shop and you want to buy your favorite toy and you don't have enough money, what do? You go ask your parents for more money? So maybe once will do the same. He'll ask whom? His left neighbor. He has enough. So he says, okay, I'll give you 1. He gives his 1 and himself become what? 5. But now 1 becomes 1 plus 2, 3? No, because 10 only can give tens. So he actually got a 10 and not a 1. Hence, 1 10 is equal to 10 ones. So it becomes 12 ones. So 12 minus 4 is 8. So you get 8 ones. Now when it goes to its tens place and it says it has 5 tens and wants to give 9, not possible. So he asks his 100, can you give me 100s? 100 says sure. He becomes 4, 100 becomes 4 and it gives 100 to tens, which is nothing. Do you think 1 plus 5 is 6 here? No, 100 is actually 10 tens. So total tens becomes 15. 15 minus 9 tens is equal to 6. Now we can easily subtract 100. 4 minus 2 is 200s. So we got answer 268. Right. So should we solve another question? But before we solve it, I highly encourage you to pause and try by yourself. Let's continue. Now 2 minus 7 is not possible. So we get from the tens. 5 becomes 4 and 1s become 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 4 minus 9 is not possible. So next digit becomes 5 and this becomes 14. 14 minus 9 is 5 and 5 minus 0 is 5. So what is the answer? 5,525. Great. Should we solve another question? Let's go. Okay, do not pause and try. Let's try it together. 2 minus 4. Not possible. Let's go here. When it asks tens, tens says, oh no, I don't have enough. What do I do? Don't worry, let me ask hundreds. He goes to 100. 100 says the same. Sorry, not enough. Don't worry, let me ask thousands. Thousand says, sure, I can give it to you. So he gives it to hundreds. 100 says, now I have enough. I am 10 now. I can give you 1. I'll become 9 and give 1 to its next digit. So this becomes 10. 10 then again changes to 9 and gives his 1 to ones. So ones become 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 2 is 7. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So we get the answer 1748. This is called subtraction across zeros. So whenever we encounter a zero in our neighbor and we are trying to borrow from it, it will keep on borrowing, asking for borrowing from our next left neighbor until it is more than 0 digit. And then we can easily get 1 by 1 to each of the neighbor and they can keep giving 1 until we reach the desired digit. Now that we know how to do subtraction across 0, let's solve another problem. Are you scared? Are you scared of the bat or the big number? Well, I am not so sure about the bat, but definitely don't be scared of this large number. We can do the same, just let's line up and solve one by one. Now that we have lined up, let's do column by column. 9 minus 8 is 1. 6 minus 7, not possible. So 0, 0 does not have enough. 2, 2 becomes 1. This becomes 10. 10 is enough now. It becomes 9 and give it to 1 2 tens. 16 minus 7 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. And 1 minus 2, not possible. Go to next. 9 becomes 8 and gives 1 to thousands. It becomes 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. 8 minus 4 is 4. And 2 minus 0 is 2. Good job. We have solved such a large number. Now you can do any subtractions, right? Okay. Do try the trial worksheet for this lesson that's available on our channel page. It will help you solidify your concepts. And don't forget to like and subscribe. You will be auto-notified for all the upcoming lessons. See you soon. Bye-bye.